Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today I'm doing my North Carolina preview and prediction. So as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me reach my goal of 600 subscribers before the end of the summer. I'm about 80 subscribers away. We hit the 500 goal not too long ago, about a month ago. So help me reach that 600 subscriber goal by the end of the summer. Like this video if you enjoy it. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. And even if you want to, dislike it if you don't enjoy it. But make sure that you put your comments below whether you like it, dislike it, or why is that reason. Put your comments what you think NC State's record will be. And if you want me to do your NCAA team, put that down in the comment section below. So let's get started with today's video. So North Carolina State starts their season off with a tougher matchup, and that's a tougher matchup against East Carolina. It isn't an insanely hard matchup, but it is a matchup that you have to come in prepared for, and if you don't, you could come out with a loss. This is a game in Greenville, North Carolina. It's not at Raleigh, but I have you winning this game. You should be able to get a win, even though it is at East Carolina. I think you should be able to have a win and continue with a win on your season. Then you have a home game as your home opener against Charleston Southern. I have this as a win as well. This shouldn't be a very particularly tough matchup as Charleston Southern is not a great football team, being from the FCS level. Then you have your first real matchup of the year against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. I don't think there's much issue here. Texas Tech is not a great program. In comparison to Dave Doran's Wolfpack, I think that they have a lot of potential, but I think that NC State is a lot better of a team with Devin Leary and the defense and all sorts of stuff like that. I think they are overall a better team and a better environment as they continue to a possible New Year's Six Bowl. Then you have your final non-conference game of the year against UConn. This is another home game. I have this as a win. This should not be much of a problem. UConn has a new head coach in Jim Mora, but it's not much of a problem. They didn't have much talent there, and they don't really ever. So you have a win there. Then you have a game, your first and biggest test of the year, that is against the Clemson Tigers. This is in Death Valley. This is a team that Dave Doran has especially been on the hearts and minds of all Clemson Tiger fans, as he really made them mad with beating them last season. He's come close multiple times, but the kicking game has kind of let him down a little bit. So this is a game in which I think the Tigers will win out of revenge, being at Death Valley. But this is a big matchup as it's on October 1st, and as college football is going to be amazing this year, I feel like. Clemson, I think, will be able to get the win. Though, here's a preface. I have absolutely no idea at all who will be the quarterback, whether it will be Cade Klubnik, Hunter Johnson, or DJ. I have absolutely no idea, and I don't think that there's any reason to specifically believe one quarterback or the other of who it will be, because, to be honest, DJ's proved nothing other than inconsistency and not being able to specifically do what he needs to do with the ball when he needs to do it, to be able to avoid pressure, to be able to avoid mistakes. He has lacked to do that his entire career. So that's the problem and the issue, but I still think Clemson's defense is incredible. It'll be one of the best in college football this season. And with Brian Basee being back for this game, you have him, Miles Murphy, and all that, I think it's going to make it a lot more difficult to get a W out of this. Then you have a home game against Florida State. Do not sleep on this game. This is going to be a tough matchup, as Florida State is not an easy team to get rid of. I think that they'll continue to improve under Mike Norvell this year. If you want to check out my specific prediction, just go hit the channel down below. And you could check out that video that has already come out. But I think that this is a win. I think that you're able to get a win for it. I think Devin Leary is a good quarterback, and I don't really know where Florida State is heading specifically. I think that they can get a couple of wins against weaker opponents this season. The problem that I have with them is I don't know what to think of you when you have such lack of identity at the quarterback position, and just generally, that's my big problem with Florida State specifically. So I have heading into another week here, going to the Carrier Dome against the Syracuse Orange. You got to win here. Syracuse not a very good team. Sean Tucker, great running back, could have probably be an All-American, I think. At least I think preseason could be. But outside of that, yeah, he may run for 150 yards, but it's going to be like on 3 yards a carry and like 50 carries. So that's all I got there. I think that he's a good running back, but I think as long as you take out Sean Tucker, put 8 guys in the box and tell them to beat you outside. Put 8 guys in the box, beat them outside. Don't even put a safety up top because I don't think that they have a quarterback with the arm strength to be able to throw it up. Then you head into a bye week. And that bye week is kind of important because you have a big matchup against the Virginia Tech Hokies with their new head coach, Brent Pry. And I think that this is a matchup in which you can win. I think it's a matchup that is winnable, and I think that you will win it. And it's kind of a must-win in a sense. I think if you don't win this matchup, it could be in dangerous territory because it could really hurt your chances of going to an ACC tournament or anything like that. Then you have a home game and probably the biggest matchup of your season outside of a Clemson game. Both these games, Wake Forest and Clemson, are essential if you want to win the Atlantic Division, which I think is the Division II win this year, as it has been for pretty much every single one of the years. So I think that it is important. I have this game as a win. I think that Wake Forest is able, or not Wake Forest, NC State is able to get the win out of this. I think with this game being a home game, it is going to be a close game. It is going to be an absolute slugfest with a lot of offense on the board as the ACC starts to become the Big 12. With a lack of defense and a lot of offense, I think that's what it's starting to become, and that is the reason why Clemson could be interesting this year, whether that is good or it's bad. So I have that as a win there. Then you head into another home game, your final home game of the season against Boston College Eagles. I have this as a win. I think that you're able to beat the Eagles. I don't think that there's much of an issue there with Boston College. Then you have a road game against Louisville. I have this as a loss. I think that even though you have all of these games stacked onto each other, I think that Louisville is a team to watch out for and that could get a win here or there. And with this game being at Louisville, if it was at NC State, it's a win. But with it being at Louisville, I think you could be on upset alert here. So, for the final game of the season, it is a Friday night matchup against your in-state rivals, North Carolina. You lost to them last year, and I think that you'll lose to them again. Even though this game is going to be at Chapel Hill, it is going to be a tough matchup. I think that is going to be a problem. But here's the thing. You finished with a 10-3 record. The only problem with that is that Clemson finishes with a they finished with a 9-3 record. Clemson finishes with a 10-2 record, so it's just going to be just outside of ACC championship contention. So, as always, make sure you hit the 2 videos down below, hit the subscribe button up here, and I will see you next time. Bye.